Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Trade Genius Live. I'm your host and the brand ambassador of the Edge Fund, the prop firm, TradeGheenyuz, and we are in here on a Tuesday, second day of the week. Let's see what we got, Send out this last little notification. All right, cool. I am beat up. I did my plyo this morning. Oh, my word. All right. V. Brewer, good morning, good morning, good morning. What you said, mine's hurting from chasing. C. Dub, good morning, good morning. Jonathan, good morning. Tiffany Jones, good morning. Where we at? Sin, good morning. Moodinator, good morning. Trinelli, good morning. Corbs, good morning. PT702FX, good morning. Emu, good morning. Karate 357, Grand Risings. Let's see here. Mr. Cologne, good morning on that potato salad, huh? I heard that. That's too funny. Blunt Machete, good morning. Todd, good morning. Let's see here. Regina, good morning. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, good morning. Hope your New York trip was fire. Bodovan, happy trading Tuesday. To Telly, good morning. That's what's up. Top of the morning to you as well. Hope everybody is feeling good. Give everybody a little time to tap in. Jazz Rich, good morning, good morning. All right. Let me just cue something up here. How is everybody doing? April Lambert, good morning, welcome. Welcome. Let me just get my little news sites up. Man, yesterday I took a rest day. I needed that rest day. I ain't gonna even lie. I did absolutely nothing when it came to any kind of workout, but I truly needed it, man. Whew. Body was feeling it. Chalk, good morning. Brick, good morning. Q, Grand Risings. All right, let me just make sure everything over here is set up, and I believe it is. I got that done earlier. Yep. Sent out all my notifications. Yep. Everything matches up. All right, cool. Let's see here. All right, yep. All right, how are we feeling this morning? Mr. Lee, amazing morning, sir. How are we feeling this morning? Let's audit our feelings. How are we feeling? One word to me in the chat. Good, great, not good, tired, not tired, determined. What we feeling? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got it. Regina said, bless. C Dub, what's good? I'm good. Just a little gassed, I ain't gonna lie. I did that plyo. Went hard. So, a little gassed, I ain't gonna even front, but hey, I gotta keep pushing through. I gotta get back strong. So, other than that, I'm good. Me, myself, I'm feeling good. Mentally determined. I'm determined mentally. Moodinator said feeling good and ready to go. How about the rest of y'all? How are y'all feeling? Candidate? April. She said candidate. I heard that. If I'm reading that correctly. But yeah. Come on, y'all. How y'all feeling? Let's do it. One word to me. Michael Ward said hopeful. V. Brewer said stocked. Okay. That's different, but okay. All I like it. I like it. I can dig it. All right. How about the rest of y'all? How we feeling? Let's audit our feelings. See how we are feeling. Emu said good. C-Dub said invincible. Karate 357 said disciplined and blessed. That's what's up. Good stuff. Cores well rested. Excuse me. Paula Trade said tired. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday I was tired. Trinelli said focus. Okay, good. That's what I want to see. Trinelli, like seriously. I want to see some focus. Some focus. That's what's up. Blunt Machete, good. Not feeling, no feelings in the market. Ooh, I like that even better. I like that even better. We about to put that up. Not feeling, no feelings in the market. I like that. That's a first from anyone. I like that. I ain't gonna even lie. Not feeling, no feelings in the market. I heard that. Like regardless of what I'm going through, when I'm sitting in front this, when I'm sitting at my desk and I'm in front of this charts, I ain't feeling no feelings. I like that. I ain't gonna even lie. I love that one. I love that one. Not feeling no feelings in the market. That's what I'm talking about. Jonathan said good. Mr. Cologne said ready. Yep, she read. Said ready to make these funds. Absolutely. LaCria said good morning. I'm feeling ready. That's what's up. How did 5-0 do last night? And feeling tired. 5-0 hit stop loss last night. Stocked up with these wins we're about to start getting. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Well, let's follow our blessed to be here again. That's what's up, Hilton. Glad you're here, my guy. All right, so let's go ahead and screen share and get to this news. What we got? I say what would trend do when I look at the market? Absolutely. Edgar Martinez, good morning. Blum Machete said dumped. Yeah, 5-0 did dump last night. That it did do. All right, so Tuesday. Today we have nothing. Thank goodness. I ain't gonna say thank goodness because a lot of times most of the time I do like to have news because it brings volume in the market. But depending on what news it is, sometimes we have to sit on our hands based on it. But today, nothing. Only thing that we need to focus on, that'll be for tonight in our members only session tonight, this red folder, New Zealand at 7 p.m. That's it. But they do have a bank holiday the next day, I believe, right? Do they have a bank holiday? I thought they had a bank holiday. Wait, where was that? Or is it bank holiday? Oh, bank holiday for them on Thursday. Got it. And then we got FOMC minutes on Wednesday. All right, cool. Let's jump to the charts. And let's do our daily bias. We haven't done this in a while. Let me jump to the 5-minute just to kind of get them candles a little close together, not so spread out. All right, so you know what we're doing here. That double top played out nicely. Yeah, it did. It did. I saw that too, Serena. I was like, yep, it sure did. Good morning too. Mystic Flame, top of the morning. All right, so what are we doing? We are finding our daily bias. We're not married to this bias, but this is something that we do. It's a little cheat code to get an idea of possibly what NQ would do when New York session opens. All right. So for anyone that's new to the stream, I'm on Pacific Standard Time Zone. I'm in LA. So adjust your times accordingly. And these are the times from last night. All right. So we're marking out 5 p.m. Uh, 5 to 9. And then we're going to mark out 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. All right. So 5 to 9 is a portion of Asia. 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. is a portion of London. Now, it's not their entire session, but it's a portion of their session. It's something that was taught to me by my coach and mentor, and it's something that I tend to follow. As I stated, we're not married to this bias. We don't take trades off this bias. It's just to give us an idea of what we possibly may see when New York market opens. All right. So what are we doing? This is 11 to 2 a.m. is the London portion. 5 to 9 p.m. is the Asia portion. We're looking to see if London took out Asia highs and or Asia lows. So let's identify that. Let's identify Asia highs in this time frame. Highest point Asia got in this time frame would be here. Lowest point Asia got in this time frame would be here. All right, so let's correspond that to London. So highest point London got was here. Lowest point London got was here. So I gotta check some very close. Gotta check some candle numbers here. So low is 631.29, 631.25, and this is 29, 628.50. So London did take out Asia lows, but it did not take out Asia highs. So with that stated, we look for the market to possibly be bearish. Once again, we're not married to this bias. It's just a gauging point. It's just an idea, just to give us, like, some type of understanding of what we may possibly see when New York opens. Now, anything can change that. That's why we're not married to that bias. It's just a gauging point. So go back to my 1 minute. A couple minutes before market open. Let's see here. I'm just looking left to see what we see. Okay, yeah, down here we got a lot of lows. All right, cool. Let's get over here. All our daily levels are above. We could possibly get a DS, possibly, but we'll see. Let me check the 5 minutes, see if we got any. Nope. No chop boxes there, none there. And all right, market opens in 1 minute. Josh Thresh, what's good, my brother? Miss Impress, my island girl. How are you? All right. See what we get. Let's see what we get. Well, be kind of tough with this high right here to get a daily long unless another high is created a little bit lower than that to give us some room to possibly get a setup for the strat. So we'll just see. Haven't been really getting too many dailies lately. It's been a trip. Price is either always close to the daily or something's going on. Yeah, so. Was daily hold on. Am I tripping? Wait. No, okay. I thought so. There was no, yeah, I was gonna say that was for the 5th. God, I was about to say. All right, cool. Well, market just opened. And let's see what we get. Don't think we're gonna get a daily. Don't think so. Nope. And DS is invalidated just that quick. Nice. Boy, it's been trying times. This market has been so whacked out. It's unreal. Literally, this market has been whacked out. Literally whacked out. Man, crazy. But what can you do? What can you do? Go ahead, Serena. I was waiting on you. I'm just going to back you up. Shup, y'all. Been a minute. Alexa, what's good? Yeah, that's crazy. Invalidated already. Like, nope. Yep. Yes, it is. Boom. Boom. All right. Possibly, maybe we might be able to get a 15-minute banger. Let's see. All right, cool. Took care of that. All right, let me check this 15-minute time frame. Well, we would need this candle to flip bearish in order to get a 15-minute banger. So we'll see. Well, we got 13 minutes before that's going to happen. Good morning, sis. How you feeling? How you feeling? Good to see you. How you feeling? All right, so let's get to some questions of the day. All right. What we got? 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 All right. Been spending my first payout. That's funny. I love it. What is DS? DS is the daily strat. Yes, DS is the daily strat. All right. So let's jump to question of the day, since we got a little bit of time. All right. Question of the day today is, what is the difference between a trading system and a trading style, and why do you need both? What is the difference between a trading system and a trading style, and why do you need both? Let's go. Alexa, that's funny. I love it. Or Alex. I hope I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. Please correct me. If it's Alex or Alexa, I want to make sure I'm not butchering your name. Just please let me know. I see it says Alexa both, though, but I don't know if that could be something different. So I don't want to even assume. Just get me together. You like that one, sis? What is the difference between a trading system and a trading style, and why do you need both? Moodinator said, I have no idea. That's first. That's first for C. Moody. Nobody want to take a stab at it? All right, well, I'm just going to jump in then. A trading system, a trading style will lead you to your system. I can take that. Yeah, C-Dub, I can take that. So let's break it down even further. So a trading system is what? Define rules for your entry, your exit, your stop loss, your target, and that's objective and repeatable, right? That's your trading system, right? Your trading system, meaning your defined rules for your entries. You know what I'm saying? Like define rules for your exits and your targets, like your system, like how you trade. Your system is what you use to input your actual trades. You want to make sure you're using live access, your style is strategy. That's close. That's close. Stick with the same game plan. LaCria, that's close. Very close. So like I said, your system is what? Your defined rules for your entry, right? It's your system, meaning like how you trade. You know, like your entry, your exit, your stops, your stop losses. And as I stated, that's something that has to be repeatable. That's something you're doing every day. It's the same thing. That's your system. You know what I'm saying? Your style is what? The approach that fits your personality. Are you a scalper? Like, are you a strategy trader? Are you a structure trader? You know, that would be your style. So think of style like, I'll give you a good example. Euphoria trades NQ and Scalp trades NQ, but they both have different styles. Think about it. Euphoria trades a scalping strategy. And even though Scalp God's name is Scalp God, he trades a more of strategic strategies, right? More of like, not gonna say strategic strategies, but more of a, because the HSS is a strategy also, but it's a strategy that's based on a different style of trading versus the way euphoria trades, right? If you think about those two strategies, they're two different styles, right? And then if you think about like lazy has a different style of trading, right? Now they all trade NQ, but totally different style. Canary has a different style of trading, right? She's a breakout. She trades breakouts. She's a breakout strategy trader, right? That's a whole different style. That's a whole different style from Scalp, which is a whole different style from Canary, Lazy, Euphoria, and even going to my brother Juvier, right? He trades support and resistance. That's a whole different style, right? Because it's different things that they're looking for, right? With support and resistance, you're marking out time zones, right? I mean, you're marking out, you're charting particular areas on time zones, right? On higher time frames, right? You're looking for support and resistance zones, right? Gotcha. Canary, she's looking for areas of breakouts, right? Areas where price will break out, right? Euphoria is looking for those 2 or 3 momentum candles, and then the doji, and then boom, and also the rejection off of the 100, right? On one of Scalp Guy's strategies, he's looking for what? He's looking for market structure shift, then a fair value gap, and he's targeting a daily level. So he has to mark out the previous day's highs and lows, highs, open, high, low, close, right? So those are all different styles, right? Okay, now system. Euphoria trades micros, but he may trade 10 to 15 at a time. Scalp Guy trades 1 mini in his strats. Lazy, I don't know how many contracts he trade. He never really shared that, but he goes for 1-to-1, right? In his strategies. On the HSS, I'm not sure. I believe it's a 2-to-1 with the HSS. If I'm wrong, just correct me. I know with Scalp God, his target is, like I said, the daily level. So those are different systems, right? That's the system. So you need both. You know what I'm saying? Also too, I know this because I trade this system and the style, and for trading for the way Scalp trades, and one of the rules in his system is he don't trade after afternoon, like after lunch, meaning 12 p.m. Eastern. If his strategies don't set up around 10 Eastern, he's done for the day. Same here, done for the day. That's a system, right? That's rules on when when you possibly would take a trade, when you look for your strategy. That's a system. Being one and done, that's a system. No matter if it's profitable or non-profitable, that's a system. What else? Let's say you, like me, I trade micros. That's my system. I trade 5 micros. That's usually my base is 5 micros. I don't really go anything more than that. The most I may go is 6 if I plan on leaving a runner. But really, I trade 5 micros, and I only trade micros. That's my system. So just to kind of give you an idea, that's the difference between both, and also why you need both. Think about it. Without a system, you don't have an edge, right? And without like a style to match your system, then you won't follow the system when you're under pressure, so to speak, right? So they kind of both go together. They marry each other. So just keep that in mind. There's like a fine line between both, but they are 2 different things, period. So system is more of, like I said, your rules, like your do's and don'ts, your risk, like how much you're going to risk, and that could be based on a strategy. That could be based on your account size. That's your system. If you're trading 50Ks, maybe your system is, when I'm trading my 50Ks, my risk is no more than 500, hypothetically speaking. That's a system, meaning every time you trade those 50Ks, that's how you're going to rock. Now, it doesn't matter what strategy you trade. I'm just talking about your system, right? Now, when you trade a strategy, you may go one for one, you may go 2 for 1, but your system is always going to stay the same. So just keep that in mind. No, I'm not sitting on my hands. Our strategy, one of our strategies was invalidated. So we're possibly waiting on the next one. So your style is going to be the type of trader that you are. Are you a scalper? Are you a strategy trader? Because scalpers, your system, your style will be totally different if you're a scalper, right? Because you're going to be in and out. You're going to take multiple trades a day. So that style is going to be much different than my style because I'm trading more. I'm trading, how would I say, not to say that, because the HHS is a strategy too. I'm trying to make sure I word this correctly. Let me just say it like this. The HSS is a scalping strategy. The strategies that I trade, they're not scalping strategies. They're strategies where you wait for some particular steps, and then boom, and then you get in. So with my strategy, I'm a one and done. With my strategies, they only come around one time. When you think about the 15-minute banger, you think about the DS, right? One and done. I mean, they only come around once. HSS, that can happen multiple times in a day. But in my strategy, they can only happen one time, because once price touches that daily level, the DS is invalidated. 15-minute banger, if both of the candles are not going in the same direction, that strategy could be invalidated. Now the HSS, I don't think the HSS has any invalidation to it, other than maybe bad price action, right? With the HSS, you can take that, like I said, multiple times a day, literally. So that would be the difference, right? So in HSS, you're going to be taking possibly more trades than you would if you trade the daily strat, or if you trade the 15-minute banger, something like that. You're going to be taking more trades. It's a different style. And then with that style, that means your system has to change. So if you're trading HSS, maybe you're saying like, I'm going to take max 3 trades a day because the system has to match the style. For me, because the strategies that I trade, we're only going to see them one time a day. And then after that, that's it. So with those, I'm going to be one and done either way. Like the DS, if the DS, I get in the DS and it goes against me, I can't take it again because it's not going to show up again. So it's only going to happen one time. Same thing with the 15-minute banger. All right, so just keep that in mind. Let me screen share because we possibly may get an entry. Let's see what we have. 32 minutes. 32 seconds. So just keep that in mind. So that would be the difference between a trading system and a trading style, but they have to marry each other. So just keep that in mind. All right, so looks like 15-minute banger possibly may be valid, but it can change at any second. So nice. And 15-minute banger is invalidated. Nice. So I can go ahead and log out. I'll be sitting on my hands today. And let me just check. Yep, same thing on minis. Just wanted to see if it was a different candle. Candle closed differently. All right, so 15-minute banger is invalidated also. And let me go in here and do this. Just like that. That's how it happens in trading. Just like that. Both strategies have been invalidated. They've been getting invalidated a lot lately. I don't know about y'all, but it's something that I've been noticing. They've been getting invalidated a lot more than normal. Literally. So, but yeah, it's all good. It's the way that it works. Double doji or no doji makes, got you. Double doji or no doji makes the HSS invalid. Okay, got you. Thanks for letting me know that. So it's all good. This is just a time for us to sit on our hands. Ain't no rushing. We ain't rushing to just throw no money in the market. If it's invalidated, it's invalidated. Yeah, we ain't rushing to throw no bread in there. It's an opportunity to demo trade, opportunity to study. Invalidated trades are not a bad thing. Remember, we're not supposed to be trading every day. Really, we should be trading like a good solid 3 days a week. Literally, not really anything more than that. Now, if your trade sets up, your strategy sets up, yeah, you take it. If it sets up, let's say if it sets up every day for the week, yeah, you take it. You take it. Right. But I'm saying if it doesn't, it's cool. It's cool. It's no big deal. We just move on. No big deal. Literally, it's really no big deal. Give us an opportunity to sit on our hands. Think about it. We ain't lose nothing. Let's not be so quick to want to just jump into the market. You know what I'm saying? So we can protect our capital. So today is still a good day, regardless how anyone may think. You know what I mean? Your capital is straight. You're good. You exercise discipline. Strategies didn't show themselves today. We move on. It's like it never happened. Literally. All right. So, we ran through that. We ran through our question of the day. Any questions on question of the day, let me know. And then we're going to jump into tip of the day. Think about it. There's going to be times where we're going to sit on our hands a lot. And then there's going to be times where we're going to be able to execute multiple trades. It's always going to balance out. Let's think about that, right? When you think about just life in general, right? You always got to have balance. There's going to be days where we're going to be taking our strategies are going to set up every day, or we're going to be able to take a trade every day. If it's not the DS, if it's not the 15-minute banger, sometimes there's been weeks where we were able to take both trades, like both of the strategies showed up. You know what I mean? And these last 2 days are just days where it was invalidated. It is what it is. And we move on. No harm, no foul. We ain't tripping. It's good. All right. So tip of the day today is consolidation before a breakout is your friend. The longer the base, the stronger the move. Shout out to my sister Canary, because I know she would like this one, because this is her thing right here. This is her bag right here. Consolidation before a breakout is your friend. The longer the base, the stronger the move. See if I can find something on the chart that can show where I can show that. Consolidation. Let's see here. I found one. I found a pretty decent one. There's someone cleaner than this one, but all right. So anytime we have consolidation, what does that mean? Price is moving sideways, right? And when you look at it, you have to look at it like this. Look at it like a bunch of energy is just like compartmentalizing itself, right? Price is not going up. It's not going down. It's just moving sideways, right? It's like something's building, right? Or just kind of have that ideology about it, like something is building, right? And then when it breaks, the move is often pretty sharp, right? When it breaks that, whether it breaks long or short, right? Because all that time, that consolidation, like I'm drawing a box with my hands to give you an idea of price is just moving sideways, and it's moving sideways. And the longer that consolidation is, the stronger that move is going to be, right? Because price consolidated for so long, meaning hypothetically speaking, that pressure was just building, right? It just building. And then when it finally broke out, boom, it broke out pretty hard. Usually you don't get, how would I say, strong moves off a short base consolidation area. If you just go check the charts and you find some consolidation areas, you'll notice the big moves come from a broader or longer consolidation period. So just think about that, right? Of course, consolidation would be what? You want to look for like 3 to 5 candles, right? Kind of similar to like our chop box strategy, right? Similar to that, right? That would be, how would I say, let me go to the 5 minutes, see if I can find something cool. Like when you think about a consolidation area, like it would have to be at least 3 to 5 candles, 5 ideal, at least 5 candles for us to say, okay, price consolidating at the moment, right? And from there, the longer that gets, or the more candles that are in that consolidation area, as I stated, the stronger the breakout is going to be. So what also too you're looking for is check the volume of the candles. That can give you a little idea too. If the candles are really small, doesn't mean that the breakout is going to be small, because it depends on how long that consolidation period has been going. But the size of the candles can kind of give you an idea of possibly how strong a breakout may be. And I'm saying just a regular breakout, not something manipulated off of price. I mean, manipulated off of news, just straight price, because news is going to be manipulation regardless, right? So you can't really count that. But I mean, just a straight consolidation period, 5 candles, 1 minute, 5 minute time frame, or even longer than that. I'm just saying the smallest amount of candles for us to be able to say, oh, price consolidating a little bit here, would be at least 5 candles, right? Of course, if it goes longer, then that makes a longer consolidation period, right? So when those candles, when those candles are pretty nice in size in that consolidation period, you can pretty much expect a pretty strong move. I've also seen strong moves when the candles are not that big, but all of these things kind of give you a gauging point and understanding of, all right, this is probably going to be a pretty strong breakout here. You know what I mean? And the best thing to do is go on your charts and just scroll back like a couple months, and then just maybe put it on the 1 minute time frame, or even the 5, and then just start coming back to present and just start looking for them. Real easy. And then you can draw them out in the box. I'm going to share my screen. Yes, higher time frame chart boxes are stronger, but the thing is that you don't get super, like, how would I say, like anything past the 15 minute. If you notice, like, you don't get a lot of consolidation areas past. I mean, there's some, but you'll see more in like the 15, 5, and 1 minute time frame. So let's screen share. All right, so I'm gonna go to 30 minute, right? So when you look at this, you can see that you see a few, like a little consolidation here. You'll see something here, but you'll notice you'll see more cleaner ones between the 15, 5, and the 1 minute. That's just because there's more noise on the 15, 5, and 1 minute time frames, right? And you're gonna actually see more on the 5 and the 1 minute. You'll see some consolidation areas. You'll see some, but you're going to get more on, like I said, the 5 minute time frame, 5 and 1, just because, as I stated, there's more noise. Here's a good example right here. Here's a good consolidation period, or good consolidation area, excuse me. Right here. As you can see, price just stood right in the zone right here. What time is this? It's just 3 p.m. Wait. Oh, this was last week. So this is on Thursday, well, Friday, for the holiday. So market closed at 10 and then reopened at 3. But I'm not even really talking about the breakout, because this is New York market closing right here. Let me open that up. New York market closing right here, and then Asia market reopening. This was Friday and Sunday, but I'm not looking at that. I'm not calling this candle a breakout. I'm just showing you the consolidation area. It's a pretty good consolidation. You can see all the candles were pretty much ranging in the same area, right? That's one. Try to find like some clean ones with a breakout. But like I said, the best way to do this is exactly what you see me doing. Just like get on a time frame, like the 5 minute or even the 1, and just kind of just scroll back and just look for areas of consolidation and where you had a nice clean breakout. Here's one. Here's a pretty decent one. Right here. Right here. It's actually a really good one right here. Really good one. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles and a nice breakout. But as you can see, this was pretty much sustained really in this area. And this was the breakout candle right here. Pretty decent. I've seen them cleaner, but this is a pretty good one. And if you were to trade consolidation, like this would be a good chop box. This would have been a good chop box trade, right? And what you have done, you draw your box. First, you got to identify that this is happening, right? And then you're like, okay. And then also to what way would you take it? Like what side would you take it on? Would you take it long or short? Well, I would say that would have to be dependent upon the trend, right? So you got to look at the trend. We see that price is what? Making a lot of lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Price pullback, right? Consolidated. Still made a, come on, mouse, what you doing? Still made a higher low, a lower high right here, because this high is lower than this one, which is lower than this one, which is lower than that one, right? Price consolidated. And because you see this is pretty much a bullish trend, right? I would have took the short before I would have took the long, just based on the way price action is moving right here, right? And then I would have either targeted this pink line, because I know price loves to come to these dailies. Well, this pink line probably wouldn't have been here because this pink line is from yesterday, right? So these are my daily levels for trading today. But even if this wasn't here, I probably would have targeted this low right here, not the pink line, but this dotted white line, this low. I would have targeted that and either took out my full position or left the runner, and then took my last TP at this reversal zone, only because I know price loves to reverse there. Also, too, when you're trading consolidation periods like these little chop boxes like this, what the heck? Y'all saw that, right? All right, let me get back. I don't know what just happened, but okay. I don't know if y'all if y'all charts did that at all either. That was weird. All right, cool. So, what you would have did if you would have took this as a chop box trade, what you would have done is you would have placed your entry right below the box. Stop loss would have been right above. And then you would have targeted this previous swing low. Full position out, or left a runner, and you could have just let the runner run, and you could have trailed it, did whatever. It even came down here. Well, actually, I shouldn't even say that because market closed right here. So you would have had to been out this trade. You couldn't, because we can't hold trades through when New York closes for the 1 hour to when Asia opens. So you would have had to been out. So the best way to take this trade based on time would have been entry here, stop loss here, and then just target this previous swing low. Period. That would have been it. That's a chop box trade using consolidation. So, and this is a little breakout, as you can see. We had a break of structure, price consolidated, made another higher low, made another lower high, and then broke out that box. So it's a little, here's another one right here. It's a pretty good one. This is a decent one. It's not as clean, but it's still the consolidation area, right? Let me bring this down a little bit. And as you can see, price broke out, right? Consolidated. Look, price broke, made market structure shift, right? Hit here, consolidated, building, and then price broke out. Broke out pretty strong too. Hit whatever was going on right here, and then went up. Don't even count this pink line, like I said, because that's for today's daily level. So this wasn't here during this time, but that's another little consolidation area. Let's see here with a little breakout. Let me see. Here's another one right here. It's a long one. Not as clean, but this is still one, just to kind of give you an idea of the concept. Another consolidation area right here. Pretty long one. Didn't break out as strong, but it broke out. So there it is. Just to give you some ideas. So when you go through and you're looking, that's what you're looking for. This one was a little decent. Another one right here. Man, who the heck keeps calling me? It's crazy. All right. So, wow. So, all right. So here's another one right here. Not as clean, but you're kind of getting the concept, right? I actually would have drugged this far because that's when it really truly started. And then it shot up. So, to give you guys some idea. Let's see here. Uh, 15-minute banger was not valid, V Brewer. On MNU. V Brewer 15-minute banger was not valid today on either. Let me show you that just so you're not confused. So what invalidated the 15-minute banger is that we had a bearish candle here and this candle closed bullish. This candle needed to be bearish. And it's on MNQ. Same thing on NQ. Same thing. Bearish, bullish, invalidated. These candles have to be going the same way. So it was invalidated on both. Yeah, Lazy did call out what did he call out? C plus shorts on the 15-minute time frame. Yep, and it banked. So what was his entry? 29,609.50. His entry was here. 29,609.50. Right in here, right in this area right here. Yep. C plus short. So that means I see a squeeze and a trend line breakout. Yep. And it hit, which is pretty cool. Which kind of almost goes with our bias, right, y'all? Bias today was bearish. Like I said, not that we're married to it, but it went with our bias. So let me jump back in the comment section. What's the indicator with the white line below the candlestick? This right here, this is swing high, low, support and resistance. It's this one right here. Swing high, low, support and resistance by Pattern Smart. Swing high, low, support and resistance by Pattern Smart. All right, let's see here. You determine the direction based on candle structure, based on the way you see the trend moving. And then there's times where also too you have to look left. A lot of other things you got to pay attention to. But for the ones that I showed you, they all pretty much were going in a particular direction. So I would go in the direction of the trend. That'd be the best way. You're seeing bearish on both candles of your chart. So bearish so you're saying you're seeing bearish here and here? V Brewer? You know what? There's a setting. Let me see it. Make sure y'all got this setting on y'all thing. Let's see it. Let's go to symbols. Is it there? Okay. So make sure this is unchecked. Color bars based on previous close. Make sure this is unchecked. All right, Morbid Drifter, be good, bro. Make sure this is unchecked on y'all chart. Color bars based on previous close. Make sure this is unchecked because that will give you the wrong color also. Cool. Yeah, uncheck this. Uncheck that. On everybody, make sure you have this unchecked. So the way you'll get to this, right click on your chart, settings, symbol, and uncheck. Uncheck this. Color bars based on previous close. That'll stop that. And that'll give you the true color of the candle. Let's see. Let's even check it. So the open is 593 and the close is 595. So that would definitely confirm that is a true bullish candle, not even based on color. So remember, y'all, right click, settings, symbol, uncheck this right here. Uncheck. On everyone's chart, uncheck that on TradingView. And that'll stop that from happening. And that'll stop that, V Brewer. That would definitely not make this a bearish candle. All right, Michael Ward, be good. Yep, so that would be, how would I say, not an idea, but that will give y'all, an understanding of consolidation before a breakout is your friend. Just remember that. In order to have a breakout, you want pressure to build up. So the way that happens is by price just consolidating in a particular area. As I stated, the longer that consolidation period is, the stronger that breakout is going to be. So just keep that in mind. Okay, that fixed it. Yep. Make sure everyone, I'm gonna say it again, everyone do this. Because if not, it's going to mess you up. Right click, settings, go to symbol, and uncheck color bars based on previous close. We don't want color bars based on previous. We want the color based on the candle close of that candle, not based on the previous close of the candle before it, because that'll be deceiving. So just make sure everyone has this. Oh, shoot, I'm not even screen sharing. I'm tripping, y'all. Make sure everyone has this unchecked. I'm going to do it again. Right click on your chart, settings, and uncheck this right here. Color bars based on previous close. Please make sure everyone has that unchecked. Hilton, yes. Yeah, we're back on tonight for the members only stream. So just make sure that is unchecked, y'all. All right. So this way you don't have that issue. Make sure you're on electronic trading, not whatever the other one is. What is it? Yeah, not regular trading hours. You want to be on electronic trading hours, and make sure your time zone is set to your time zone. All right. And yeah, so that's pretty much that on that candle bar stuff. But also going back to our tip of the day. Think about this: the breakout candle should have a noticeably higher volume than the consolidation candles. That confirms the intent of the breakout. That's the other part. It should have a lot more volume to the breakout candle versus all the consolidation candles. Like I said, that gives you the intent, meaning that lets you know that, okay, this is the intention. This is price is intending to break out. So that kind of gives you the idea. And also too in the direction that is breaking out as well. So just keep that in mind. But also too, make sure you're looking left to make sure that you're not taking, like if you see a chop box or consolidation area, you're not taking a long when the trend has been bearish. You're not taking a bullish entry when, like I said, trend has been bearish, or vice versa. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, I just gave it to you, Jonathan, right here, my guy. I just gave it to you, right here. Swing high, low, support and resistance. Buy pattern smart. Swing high, low, support and resistance. Buy pattern smart. That's the indicator. That's this indicator right here where you see these dots below. They're giving you all the swing highs and swing low points. That's what it is. When it's solid, when it's a solid color, that is the present swing high or swing low. When you see dots, those are the previous. Oh, shoot. Not even screen sharing. All right. Jonathan, right here. Indicators. Swing high, low, support and resistance by pattern smart. This is the indicator. Swing high, low, support and resistance by pattern smart. And as I stated, if the line is solid, that means that is the present swing high and present swing low. If you see dots, when you see dots, those are the previous swing high and swing lows. That's why they're dots. So solid lines, present swing high, swing low, dotted lines, previous swing high, swing low. All right. I don't know why this jumped on my chart. I got 2 of them on here now. All right, cool. All right. So, and let's jump back. And as I stated, once again, the breakout candle should have a noticeably, like I said, higher volume than the consolidation candles. And like I said, that confirms the intent of the breakout. So other than that, if y'all have any questions, let me know. If not, we are going to pretty much get up out of here. Yeah, ain't nothing popping for the day. Short day. I missed that call out because I would have took it. Rhea. Got it. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? No questions? All right, y'all. Well, we had a short day today. Both of our trades were invalidated. I mean, pretty much like yesterday. So with that stated, we're going to get up out of here. Ain't no sense to stay in here. Ain't nothing popping. At least anyone that trades the strategies that we trade, at least the ones that I trade, ain't nothing popping. I don't trade HSS, at least not at the moment. It's really just DS, 15-minute banger, chop box, A+, and 5-0. And these are all scalp strategies. He did it right before market open. Oh, got you. Got you. Right before market open. Yeah, I'm going to go in there and check it out. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. All right, y'all. Well, let's see here. Oh, yeah, 6:15. I see it. C plus shorts. Yep. That's what's up. It's in the inner circle. Yep, she read. It's in the inner circle under Schwarmer's trades. Not sure if you're in the inner circle or not, but if you are, it's under Schwarmer's trades in the coach's trade section. That's where the call out was. If you're in the TEF and not in the inner circle, unfortunately you won't see it. But if you are in the inner circle, it was, like I said, go to coach's trades, and it was Schwarmer trades. You're welcome, y'all. No problem. No problem. No problem. I appreciate all y'all for tapping in. A little short day today. We were in here about an hour. Well, the good thing is we got our mental muscle. We got our psychology for the day. That's what's important. And we sat on our hands, so we exercised discipline. We treated trading as a business. We showed up professionally, and that's all we can do. And we live to trade another day. So other than that, like I said, appreciate y'all, love y'all. Shout out to the hedge fund, the co-founders, Juvier, Scalp God. Without them, we wouldn't be here. And I'll see the rest of y'all tonight in the Genius Vault. All right. Y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day, and I am signing off. Yay.